Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jones. My name is Kristen Fungo. Could you ever imagine that your last day on Earth would be spent hiding under a table or hiding in a closet, fearing for your life? Unfortunately, that is what happened to hundreds of students on April 20th, 1999. During lunch period, high school students were socializing with their peers about an upcoming test or the following weekend until two young men changed their lives forever. I'm sure many of you know about the tragedy that happened that day on Columbine High School, but in case you don't, I am here today to inform you about one of the deadliest school shootings in United States history, the Columbine High School Massacre. The reason why I chose to inform you all about this tragic event is because when this happened, it shocked the world. It was the first major school shooting and was very unexpected. It changed school safety and made society more aware of how children and young adults were behaving, not only in school, but also at home. Today, you will learn about the two individuals that committed this crime, what their motives were, and how they executed this terrible act. Let's begin with the two young men named Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris. These two young men seemed like the everyday teenager trying to find themselves. They were moody, changed their appearances often, played violent video games, and acted out. They were very smart, interested in computers, and were in part of the video productions at Columbine High School. Eric Harris had dreams about joining the Marines. He played baseball and soccer in his early childhood. When he got to high school, it was very hard for him to fit in. He became an outcast because he was bullied so much. Dylan Klebold often talked about college in Arizona and even went to a senior prom that was held just 3 days before the shooting. He was often bullied and was known by his friends to be shy, quiet, and a follower, which makes it seem like Eric Harris had a great impact on him. Dylan and Eric had a lot in common. They both studied German and, according to a few schoolmates, were interested in Adolf Hitler. They also had the hate for their school and its jock culture, and also hated those who harassed and bullied them. Who knew they would create a bond that would become so deadly? What caused these boys to become so murderous? The reason has yet to be discovered. But during the investigation, journals were found belonging to the boys. There were so many disturbing writings wanting to kill people and to destroy mankind. Eric was more angry and violent, while Dylan talked about how depressed and suicidal he was. Eric once wrote, "I want to burn the world. I want to kill everyone except 5 people. If we get busted at any time, we will start killing then and there. I ain't going out without a fight." He also wrote in Klebold's yearbook in 1998, "God, I can't wait till they die. I can taste blood now." In Dylan's journal, he talked about suicide and acceptance. "I don't fit in. I've been thinking of suicide, gives no hope, that I'll be in my place wherever I go after this life, that I'll finally not be at war with myself, the world, my mind, body, everywhere, everything, at peace in me. My sole existence, and the routine is still monotonous. Go to school, be scared and nervous, hoping that people can accept me, that I can accept them." Just weeks before the shooting, Dylan turned in a school report that was graphically violent. The story was about a lone warrior dressed in a black trench coat that shot and stabbed college preps, then setting off bombs to distract the police. This school report should have been a sign. It was so similar to the aspects of Dylan and Eric because they both wore black trench coats and were seen as loners. In the last few journal entries, Dylan wrote, "About 26 and a half hours from now, the judgment will begin. Difficult but not impossible, necessary, nerve-wracking, and fun." According to Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, at 11:10 a.m., Klebold and Harris arrived armed with 4 guns: a Springfield 12-gauge pump gun, a 9mm semi-automatic handgun, a double-barrel shotgun, and a high-point 9mm carbine rifle. Also, with assortment of knives and 76 bombs, which included propane bombs, and pipe bombs. They walked into school with 2 duffel bags carrying 2 20-pound propane bombs, which they placed in the cafeteria. They hid them with the backpacks of the students so they could be easily concealed. They were timed to be set off at 11:17 that morning during the time when the cafeteria was at max capacity. The cafeteria would contain over 500 students. After placing the bags, they went back to the car to wait for the bombs to explode, which didn't happen. At 11:19, Jefferson County Dispatch Center received a 911 phone call about an explosion that happened just 3 miles away. The explosion was just a distraction for the police to take them away from the massacre that was about to take place. Approximately after the explosion in the field, Klebold and Harris pulled their 9mm automatic and 12-gauge pump shotgun and started shooting students in the area. First shooting 2 students eating their lunch outside, and then shooting 3 more students exiting the cafeteria. They killed 2 outside and injured 4. They finally entered the school, and one witness hears a gunman shout, "This is what we always wanted to do. This is awesome." At 11:29, they walked into the library to the windows, killing 1 student on the way before shooting at the fleeing students and the police. They turned their attention to the students in the library, killing those who were hiding and fearing for their lives, hoping that the shield of a table would save them. At 12:08, the shooting subsided, and investigators believe that at that time, Dylan and Eric killed themselves with self-inflicting wounds to the head. Within 58 minutes, 188 shots were fired, killing 12 students, 1 teacher, and injuring 24. Now, are there any questions? Yes.
How did this massacre change school safety?
That's a good question. Well, this massacre changed school safety all over the country. First, they installed many more security cameras. They had many more security workers. They also included a police officer on duty. Also, they had random checks with the metal detectors. I believe that's all I know, but I will find out more information for you and let you know.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Columbine High is one of the most popular schools in America, but for all of the wrong reasons. Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris did what they were set out to do. They unleashed the hate, anger, and hurt they had been feeling for a very long time. Quoting Eric from his journal, "I want to leave a lasting impression on the world." And sadly, that is what they did. Thank you.